Thank you for watching Stinky Cheese News. This is Brittany on Visual Image and Design. Today, could there be a copycat in our midst? Is there a solution to the chaos and mayhem? And could this book indicate possible PTSD? This book in its entirety is mayhem and uproar, not only in the text, but in the illustrations as well. It is designed with no neatness in mind, and I hope all you readers out there aren't looking for a solution in the chaos, because it is never fixed or made sense of in the end. We believe that the ensuing chaos of the pictures and the way they are put together is meant to be part of the enjoyment of the book for the reader. The visual images and designs of the stories are meant to challenge the reader to see the stories in a new perspective, rather not in fantasy, but in realism. This book can be interpreted in many ways, but under our microscope, we noticed a few things about the story as a whole, as well as some specific things in the stories that are worth noting. So in the back of the book, it states that the pictures are treated with oil and vinegar. This makes some of the shapes and colors appear more outward, and some of them appear less glossy and more of a matte look. This gives the authors a chance to make things stand out they want to stand out, and other things not look as important and more two-dimensional. Welcome back. You're watching Stinky Cheese News. I'm Brittany, and we're talking about visual image and design. Could there be a copycat in our midst? If you look at the illustrations of this story, notably this one, it looks as though things have been pasted to make that of a man, amongst other things around him. Well, if you look at the popular Picasso paintings, you will see something quite similar. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture by Picasso, but it seems to look familiar, right? It seems as though the design of this book and its cubism-like qualities is based on that cubism of Picasso's paintings. This is still under investigation, and if you have any information that you would like to add, please call our copycat stoppers. Last on our agenda today for visual image and design is whether or not the authors may or may not suffer from PTSD. The Gulf War happened in 1990 and 1991. It can be noted that this book was published in 1992. If you look at the Chicken Licken story, the first part of the story, this picture, shows dark colors indicating a foul mood, and the clouds from all the bombs being dropped. Also, there are warplanes flying around his head, and something that fell on his head. Later you find out is the table of contents, but as of right now, the sky is falling. In other words, bombs are being dropped from the warplanes. Looking at the second page of the Chicken Licken story, you notice that the fox is wearing a pilot military uniform, and Jack is flying overhead in a yellow plane. Yellow indicates caution or danger, and the flags that he is holding are two-toned, and that indicates a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, which is what the characters are doing here by bothering the military pilot. Lastly, if you look at Jack's story, or the beginning of it anyway, there's a yellow canary on the giant's shoulder. Well, back in this time, canaries were used to sniff out possible chemicals and dangerous things for miners at coal mining plants. So this indicates caution and tells Jack that there could be danger because the canary is present. So although this book may come across absolutely chaotic with no neatness whatsoever, it's a great story to analyze visual image and design, because the authors have left us little hidden messages throughout the entire book that us as readers have to critically analyze to find out what they are. Stay tuned for more on Stinky Cheese News.